Ah, the tranquil beauty of Isaan. A land of smiles, cheap beer, and wait, is that a man in a safari hat trying to pay for his chang with a handful of loose bark while loudly complaining about the ice? Yes, it is. Welcome, my friends, to the gilded bubble. Pull up a plastic stool, order a Leo, and prepare to have your illusions gently yet firmly dismantled. I have been living in this corner of Thailand long enough to see the same show play out again and again. A new wave of expats arrives fresh off the plane, eyes wide with the dream of a simple life, clutching a guidebook that might as well be a map to a theme park. They see the villages, the temples, the smiling faces, and they do not see a community. They see a backdrop. They do not see a farmer who has been trolling in the sun since 5 a.m. They see a photo opportunity. They do not see a complex, ancient culture. They see a service industry. Besides, I have to ask you a question that might sting a little. Is your dream retirement in Isan actually a modern form of entitlement? Just hold that thought while I take a sip of my coffee, which, I might add, is brewed with beans that cost more than what a local labourer earns in a day. Oh, the irony is thick enough to spread on toast. Let us talk about this gilded bubble first. It is a fascinating construction. We have the rise of the digital nomad and the luxury eco resorts places that have perfected the art of created experience. They build a beautiful, sanitized, and entirely fake version of rural life. You can look out at the authentic rice fields while connected to a gigabit fiber optic Wi-Fi, sipping an artisan latte and paying more than a night than most families in the village make in a month. It is the aestheticizing of poverty. We love it, do we not? The beautifully framed drone footage of a farmer in his conical hat, the sun setting behind him, the Instagram reel of a local grandmother weaving a basket set to some melancholy lo-fi beat. We are not seeing the grinding, back-breaking labour. We do not smell the burning fields in the dry season. We are not hearing the deafening silence of community whose children have all left for Bangkok or abroad to send money home. We are just filtering it, cropping it, and hashtagging it, living my best life. Besides, this brings us to the architect of the exotic. It is a rather uncomfortable term, colonial hangover, but I am afraid it fits. There is a subconscious mindset which views Thai hospitality as a natural resource, as common as the sunshine. The polite smile, the gentle wah, the deferential nod. It is not a sign of subservience, you absolute turnip. It is a sign of professional service and cultural grace. However, many expats take it as a personal entitlement. They feel entitled to a local space and resources while living in a social bubble that a hermit crab would find claustrophobic. They do not learn the language. Why would they? Everyone speaks enough English to take his or her order. They do not engage with the community beyond the transactional. Now, here's a thought that is going to feel like a bit of a slap. What if that quiet, smiling woman who serves you your coffee every morning and never complains is not happy? What if she is just incredibly professionally polite because her family's survival depends on a steady stream of clueless Farangs ordering iced lattes? Shocking, I know. A local person with her own thoughts, ambitions, and life, not just a passive element of your holiday experience. This leads to the monetization of the authentic experience. This is where the subtle artistry of the transaction really shines. Transformative tourism, they call it. Cultural immersion, they call it. I call it buying a performance. Once sacred rituals are now repackaged and sold to the highest bidder. The bouquet ceremony meant for blessing a departed loved one or a new bride becomes an hour-long experience packaged for a group of camera-toting tourists. What's more, do not get me started on the army of TikTok and Instagram influencers turning sacred temple grounds and the front yards of people's homes into a free film sets. They will perch their drones over a high holy site, completely oblivious to the fact that they might be intruding on a private moment or a solemn prayer. It is a shift, you see. We are no longer guests in the community. We are now consumers of a staged cultural product. And woe betide the local who does not stick to the script. Now, let's talk about the disconnect in the rice fields. The friction is palatable. This is where the dream of the simple life collides head on with the reality of Isaan. The very people who come here seeking simplicity are often the ones demanding the most complex infrastructure. They are in a village where the primary school event is the local temple fair, but they are furious because their Netflix is buffering. The irony is staggering. You want a simple life, but you demand high-speed internet, imported cheese, and a British-style pub to watch the football. You want to feel connected to the land, but you would not know how to tell a weed from a rice stalk if it hit you in the face. Besides, the refusal, I would go as far as to say it is willful refusal to learn the local language or customs reinforces this barrier. How can you truly integrate with the depth of your conversation with the neighbour is nodding and saying, "Sawadee crap." You are not integrating. You are just a more expensive piece of the scenery. So what is the solution? How do we break the cycle of this theme park performance? Well, for a start, we could try shifting from passive, entitled observation to active, respectful integration. It is about acknowledging the autonomy and intelligence of the local people. They do not need your advice on how to farm or run a household, I can assure you. Try supporting the local economy without demanding a curated version of reality. Buy from the woman who sells vegetables on the roadside, not just stick to the Western-style supermarket. Pay the price the locals pay. It is not complicated, it is just basic decency. Learn a few more words than hello and thank you. The effect alone will open doors you didn't know even existed. It shows you see them as a person, not as an NPC in your retirement adventure. For God's sake, call for a new standard of global citizenship. One that prioritises genuine connection over the commodification of culture. One that asks not, what can I get from this place, but what can I offer? Here's a humbling shift, I know. It means admitting that we are, in many ways, pathetic in our irrelevance here. The village was thriving long before we showed up and will continue to thrive long after our novelty has worn off. We do not matter to the rice. We do not matter to the rhythm of the seasons. We are, in the same scheme of things, just temporary residents. Besides, you know what? That is the beauty of it. The liberation is in the irrelevance. The moment you stop trying to be the great white explorer, the moment you stop demanding the village perform for you, is the moment you can finally start to be just be. to just sit, have a beer at the local market, listen to the Isaan music you still do not understand, and realize you are just a small, grumpy part of a vast, indifferent, and utterly wonderful mosaic. So, here is my challenge to you, dear viewer. Are you ready to step out of the theme park and become just another face in the village? Let me know in the comments if you agree or think I'm just a grumpy old git who needs to lighten up. I assure you I am both. Hit the like button to confuse the algorithms and subscribe if you want to. Besides, if you cannot manage that, at least take the bloody safari hat off. You look like a prat. Right, I am off for a nap. It is too hot for this much self-reflection. Take care and goodbye.